All right, what's good, everybody? Today we got the BackPost podcast, week 1. So today we're gonna be going over a couple different things, but to start things off, I got Program, Schmeat, and Shooty. We all gonna be discussing stuff for week number 1 and then the upcoming week. So let's get it. So to start things off, we're gonna go over week number 1 with all the matches. And we can kind of compare them to, because we did do a predictions for each match for the first podcast after the draft. So we can kind of compare it to that. We can also compare it to like our each personal predictions. And I will say, a lot of the matches in week 1 did not go how I expected them to. I don't know about y'all, but we'll see. So we can get right into week number 1's predictions, or I guess. Yeah, the results and everything. So
predictions?
I mean, not predictions. You know what I meant, bro.
Do you have the predictions of what you guys did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for week 1.
I got them. So
we can compare.
Yeah, let me show those right now. So before I show, so this was the predictions everyone had for week 1. It was or not everyone, at least we did. So we had Beanloafs losing to Eclipse 4-1. Then we had Genesis losing to Banana Mancakes 4-2, Oblivion beating Lunar 4-2, and then Ape Together Strong beating Tojo Clan 4-3, Team Wake beating Fancy Otters 4-0, and then Revival beating Team Oreo 4-3. So those were the predictions that we had from last week, and let's look at the week 1 prediction or matches, and it's pretty different. I'll say, I'm not gonna lie. So
yeah, I mean, just starting off with like the biggest upset. Everybody said 4-1 Eclipse. What happened?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what they were doing in that series.
Dude, the Loafs came to play, bro. They came in to play.
For real. I
like Dylan and I were talking about this. We played Beanloafs because they were a team season 1, and we were kind of like, oh, they should be pretty easy. Like, they were a good team. Like, both these guys have good skill. They played a lot together, so like, I guess we shouldn't have been as surprised, but I feel like a lot of people had Eclipse as like a favorite, and I mean, it was what, a 4-1 series Beanloafs way? Like,
yeah,
4-2.
It was 4-2. But like, they controlled it like pretty heavily.
Yeah, no, that was their series for sure.
And what they forget is that Beanloafs their team was the poop season 1. They made playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me and Jaden beat them round 2.
Bro, I'm pretty sure they made they made round 2. They didn't make semis, but they made round 2. Yeah, season 1.
They made quarterfinals. Me and Jaden beat them 4-2. I remember, and it was like actually surprising how like they're still playing and they're still just as good.
They beat Tojo Clan round 1. They beat Tojo Clan round 1 of season 1, and then they lost to us in 6. And they even took 2 games on us in 6, and I think in the regular season they also took 2 games on us. So they're a good overall team, and a lot of people did not expect them to beat Alec and Zev, but I don't know. They gonna have to. I know it's week 1, but Alec and Zev gonna have to figure something out. maybe even a roster change. I know it's early, but like losing to the team who everyone had being last is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's kind of a wake-up call for them too.
Well,
and there's no knock on them though either.
No, yeah, it's not. But it's just like Beanloaf's just outplayed them. No, I was saying Zev has two. He has a reserve, and then he has a sub. So he has grinding on the bench, and then he has
prepared for when Al gets banned.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably gonna happen. So he's got Landon, and then he's got grinding, or not grinding, Raul. So like, I don't know, potentially a different starter next week. We'll have to see. Yeah. So that was that match, and then next up, we have Team Genesis losing to BMC 4-1. Pretty close to everyone else's prediction.
Not what we called it. I'll tell you what. After that game 1, though, like everybody in the server thought it was going to be a different thing, but Mancake's bounced back.
Yeah,
spectacular.
I was worried game 1. I was like, "What is going on? How is this close? How is this not that close?"
Yeah, what was it, like 6-0, 7-0, something like that?
6-0, yeah, 6-0 game 1. Team Genesis won.
Yeah, I was casting that, and I was like, "Holy smokes!" Like Wolf and Glacial actually are gonna put it together. You know, like maybe it'll be solid.
They look great.
And then after that, they just fell apart.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I think
you can't expect much out of Glacial, though. I mean,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he just.
I think he's like one of those people who like he definitely has skill and he's had it for a long time. It's just a matter of how often he plays and how serious he takes it. Because like, if you want to be winning week in week out, like with the exception of a couple people, you got to put in the hours because these teams, especially this season, are just so good.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I think we can all agree on that one. That was a pretty expected matchup. But all right, and then Oblivion versus Lunar was also pretty close to everyone's prediction last week. Everyone had them winning 4-2.
Oblivion got lucky.
Yeah, for real.
Sorry, I'm a team winner.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a cheerleader. I'm sending the guy encouraging texts, and then when they lose, I just don't say anything.
I'm not saying this as a. I love Celeb. He's a cool dude. I wouldn't be shocked because I do think Shooty is, since he's the reserve. Him and Celeb both offer two different playstyles.
Playstyles for sure.
I could totally see if Josh and Celeb lose like the next. Honestly, if they would lose like the next two. Honestly, next week or even 2 weeks, I could see Josh giving Shooty a shot. Because it's like, Shooty proves, obviously he's in here, but he proves that he can play with a good teammate. I mean, he played with Program the last 2 seasons, and they were strong. So it's worth. I don't think Josh should just stick on Celeb all year. Nothing against him.
I agree.
Yeah.
Celeb does offer a great offensive potential because he is really mechy. But
that's what I was going to say is Celeb's like way better than me offensively, but like, our offenses are different, whereas like he can create his own shot, and I think like one of the games last week he had like 4 goals or 5 goals or something, and it was like, you know, Josh set up a couple of them, but Celeb was playing really great. But I'm more of like an opportunistic, where like if I'm playing with a better teammate and he creates a shot, like hopefully more times than not I'm gonna, you know, slam it home as that second guy. So it is different play styles. It's just up to Josh what he wants, but I'd like to see, I mean, not to criticize my team or whatever, I'd like to see the rotations get a little tighter. Because there were some of those where just like 2 guys were in the same spot of the ball, and it led to easy goals from you guys. So,
yep, 100%. I think we did decent for our first game. I'm definitely happy with that win. But we'll see what happens throughout the season. Yeah, definitely think.
And honestly, Oblivion's like a solid team. Like that's 2 GC level 3 players.
Yeah, I mean,
and Caleb's one of those people he's always been good, but like lately it's been kicking up a notch. I was kind of thinking like we should do a. I'd like to call it the Wolf Award, where like we should try and figure out who's going to be that next person to take a big jump, kind of like Wolf did like the last like season
that's a good idea, actually. That's actually a really solid idea. Yeah.
And I could definitely see Caleb being like one of those. Once again, he's always been good, but I think just the more hours he puts in, just you guys were super
better
solid
and better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even when he first
loud, so to beat a player of that caliber, you both had to be on top of it, and you were.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, even when Caleb first signed up, he was like 1,500. Now he's hit like 1,670. So he's definitely been putting the work, that's for sure. And I'm glad he is. But all right, so That was a pretty decent prediction from last week. So now we got Tojo Clan versus Ape Together Strong. Everyone agreed this was going to be in 7, and it was a sweep. And I'll say this: when I was casting it, as soon as I saw game 1, I knew they was not going to win another game, because I was just like, bro, this is not even like close. No offense, but man, they need to change something up, because that's not a good look for week 1.
So here's my thought on that team. I don't think they're bad. I just think they need to play faster. If they played faster, they would have made that a whole lot harder on us.
I 100% agree. Yeah,
because Geigen's a fast player generally, you know.
And Joe Dune's super slow.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic.
Joe Dune is like a Geyser type GC3 where he tries to control the ball and stay really slow, and you can do it well. I mean, Geyser knows how to do it well, but the thing about Jordan is sometimes that doesn't work out, and especially in 2s, if you're playing slow, you're gonna get beat. Like,
also, like playing against a player like me and Matt,
exactly,
like,
you're gonna get beat.
It's not.
Our name is literally Ape Together Strong. Exactly. What do you think we're gonna do, bro?
Exactly, bro. It's like watching the game, they were just leaving so much for y'all. And it was giving you guys so much space, and you guys were able to capitalize on it. I just feel like, you guys are definitely a favorite. Obviously, you guys one of the sweeping teams this week. Yeah, Tojo Clan, like you said, they just need to play faster. Geigen needs to play more confident. He looks super scared to just go for the ball, in my opinion. But I don't know.
That's the program effect. You see it happen.
What'd you say?
You said the
program
effect? That's crazy.
People play scared.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, like I see it from you. I see it from all sorts of players. Like people play Dylan differently. There's a way to beat him, but he's just so like aggro that if you're not really ready for it, then you play extra slow, and then he kicks it up a notch, and it's just like a snowballing effect.
You just gotta play poise. I feel like a lot of people, like Geigen.
Me and Dylan are trying to go 44-0 in our games this season.
That means
we ain't even lose. We ain't dropping a game, bro.
We're gonna have to see. That's a crazy take.
You heard it here first.
Who do you guys play this week?
We got Genesis.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
No, you could be. Although they had that one game where they popped off.
No. I'm sorry, no. unless they start integrity, no. But, all right. So that's about it for Tojo Clan and ATS Strong, and then another sweep for Wake versus Fancy Otters. I'm surprised at this, and the reason I'm surprised at this is because I knew that Geyser and I know that Geyser and Striker was gonna be good, and they are good, but I thought that they would be kind of shaky at the start and then pick things up later. But they just completely started out with the sweep, and actually I'm pretty sure they in a VC right now playing, or they just were. I saw them. They was just in the RLDS VC.
They were just scrimming.
They've been putting in the work, and you could tell from that win. So.
To me, they're a team like, I don't know if this team could ever be them, but they're like Tojo Clan on steroids. Like your second guy is your aggro guy, and then your first guy is like the control. But they're just like a step better than Tojo Clan in both those ways. And
exactly.
So far, I mean, week 1 they figured out their chemistry, and they're playing a lot, doing a lot of scrims. Like definitely, I think a top 3. Maybe top 2 team for the rest of the season.
100%.
Yeah, no, they should do really well during the regular season for sure. But we all know what Geyser does in the playoffs. Huh? Who said that?
What? Who? On the flip side, Otters probably looking like a bottom 3 team.
For sure.
I mean, they definitely have potential, but Eli's just got to put in the hours, and I don't like. You need to support Eli, but Eli's also like there's certain players who are really good who like elevate their second teammate. I don't know if I see that out of Eli 100% of the time, and I'm not saying that's his fault. Like you need somebody to pick up slack, but I don't know. Like they could win, but right now I'd say they're bottom 3.
I agree. Yeah, I think you even start. I feel like you start Ezzy, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like they have chemistry already. They played. He was on first. They played on Swole Turtles, then they played on Fancy Otters last season. So they got chem together. Might as well just play it. If you already have chemistry with someone, I think he should have just started him. But
Ezzy.
Yeah.
Yeah. My only thing with that is like they weren't a playoff team last year, and I know that like he took over the team and they had like a couple losses before their their record, but like teams are better this year. So if you're not a playoff team last year, like I get putting in Apple and trying to figure something out. Which Apple was a playoff team the first season. I don't know how much he's played the last couple months, but yeah, they have some figuring out to do. They definitely have potential, but gotta figure it out.
Yeah, and it's week 1, so I wouldn't even be worried about that. Like, for me, I feel like this is good for Eli, especially because he realizes that, okay, this is a newer league because every team is like really, maybe not every team, but all the competition is a lot better. And usually every season the competition gets better, but like this season, SSL and a GC can team, so it's like it's a lot of competition compared to the other seasons, I feel like. So yeah, that's a good like reminder for Eli. So in my opinion.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. All right. And then lastly, week 1, we have Team Oreo. Well, actually, this was the first match, so I guess it kind of went opposite order. But Team Oreo beating Revival 4-2. So, actually, let me look. Was this in line with the prediction? Oh no, we agreed Team Revival in 7.
Yeah. I mean, AJ's gonna go out with 100% win percentage this season.
Forge.
Womp womp. Kind of disappointing from Revival. Like, you'd think that this would be an upgrade over the team that won it last year with instead of Rich and Prowler, they have Rich and Sean, Sean's like, I think, one of the most annoying people to play against.
Oh, 100%.
And so is Rich too.
In like a good way.
Yeah, and having
Rich,
them two on the same team, you have to have the best mental on earth to beat that. To be like, I don't know, confident. I feel like against that team.
Yeah. But obviously AJ tore him to shreds. It's unfortunate that he had to step down, but we have a new SSL player to take over, so we'll see.
That's gonna be interesting.
I really don't know what to think of Oreo. Like, with the new player, he can fit in a higher MMR, so I don't know if trades are in the works or pickups, or if
he has to.
He hasn't told me about any roster changes. He just said, okay, I'll be the same
after week 1.
Yeah.
They have the lowest cap. They have the lowest cap right now, so he definitely needs to make a change because I honestly, no one's really ever played with. I don't think any of us have. There's some other guys that
we did. He played one season in RLCS, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he played RLCS season 4, I think, or 3.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, no, he did one. I played one match against him, I think.
Okay.
But his
either way,
1924, right?
Yeah, 1924.
Yeah.
So he's 10 MR under Josh. So pretty much Josh level, I guess you could say. To expect from him. So yeah, I feel like if he starts, I've seen him. I haven't added. I've seen him on the game. He hasn't responded to me about picking people up, but he can fit. Let me go back to my. He can fit like a couple people.
Shooty.
He could fit Shooty if he got picked up as a sub.
Trade.
I mean, free agent wise, he can fit Charles, Jinlaw, Edwachi. So he has like GC1 level players he could fit, which I think is solid enough for
Give me
SSL.
anybody, but kidding. I'm not gonna go there.
Nah, yeah.
He was gonna say Shooty.
Yeah, totally. All right, so now that that's covered, now we can go into. Are we doing? Okay, stats. So we already got. Oh yeah, Matt already posted the stats. So we.
Oh yeah, I'm stats guy. Let's go. Yeah. All right.
Here, let me pull up the thing on Discord.
Where we looking?
Pull up the spreadsheet. I'll just say this: week 1, there was quite a bit of that too, but a lot of one-sided matches as we went over the series. So usually, obviously the winning teams usually get more stats, but we're excluding. I'll say this right now: we're excluding AJ's stats.
Okay.
Sadly, I wanted to give him some stuff because he did pop off. But since he's not here, there's really no point of giving him one. Because I'll go over his stats quick. He led the week, technically, with 20 goals.
Yeah, as expected.
That
the
would
next
take
crazy.
like 4 weeks.
Yeah, bro dropped, and he also led the week in saves. He almost had 30 saves.
Oh my goodness.
Bro had 29 saves.
That's
so
insane.
honestly, if he stayed, he would have won Striker of the week, and he would have won Brick Wall of the week, just on that alone. But I felt it wasn't really fair to have other guys lose out on awards because he's not here. So that being said, anyone listening, the week 1 awards are excluding him. I put it in the in the awards announcement that he's not getting any stats. But other than that, there's only a couple players that really led the week in goals. Geyser had 15, Garter had 16, Program had 12, Sean and Rich both had 12. So I mean, there was quite a few guys. Caleb had 13. So we had a few.
Wait. Sean and Rich both had 12?
They
Let me
did.
go to Revival. Oh yeah, 12 goals. Yeah.
They also played 6 games, so they had more games than most. And that's what it's saying. Like, there's not like a lot of like.
Lost.
No one popped off like 20 goals besides AJ because a lot of the series were short. They were not big series this week. Like there were no game 7s, no, only 2 game 6s. So. You know what? I think the best way to do this is honestly I'll just go through the awards and just like give up runner-up ideas of who could have won it if they did this different. But
sounds good.
The striker of the week, first award goes to Garter. He dropped 16 goals, averaging 3.2 per game. And if anyone watched that stream, he game 3 he dropped 8 goals in a single game.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He popped off. And
against a former defensive player.
Against Wolf. So I mean, it was very good for him, and that's kind of what made me give it to him. The runner-up to that award was definitely Geyser because he had 15. He had 1 less goal, and he played 1 less game. So I mean, he had the better goals per game.
Yeah.
But it was a fact that Garter dropped 8 in a game. It's like you got to give it to him because
you get a 1A and a 1B, but yeah, Garter.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Still,
8 goals.
And against Wolf, I mean, I know Wolf. I mean, they still lost 4-1, but like Wolf is definitely he won DPOY last season,
yeah.
So like he's definitely one of the best defenders.
And then it's all goes in considering who wins these awards. It's like I'm not saying because Geyser they played Eli. I'm not saying Eli and Apple are bad defenders, but they're not Wolf.
Right.
So it's
exactly
for Garter to do that is impressive. So he got striker of the week. Congrats. Playmaker of the week goes to our own Jaden. Jaden was the only player. He was the only player this week to have double-digit assists with 10.
Wow.
He averaged 2 a game.
10 goals.
Yep.
Hey man, what can I say? Defending playmaker of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he had it last season. Jaden had it last season too.
And honestly, like I feel like a lot of people don't expect me as a playmaker, more of like an offensive just scorer. But nah, I don't. I feel like I'm more of a setting up with my team right now, at least.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's not like you're a big passer. You just make a guy or 2 miss, and they have an easy cleanup.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do, really.
Like you're not straight up passing mid all the time, but you're making the defense mess up, make mistakes.
Y'all should watch that Lunar versus Oblivion game though. We had some good passing plays. I will say we had some decent ones.
Well, and that too. It wasn't even just you. Caleb had 6, which I mean isn't a lot, but 6 I think was tied for 3rd most. And you guys had the most assists by any team. You guys had 16 assists on your goals.
Wow.
So you assisted on more than half because you scored 24. So what is that? 24 to 16. So only 8 goals weren't assisted, that's pretty good.
That's team chemistry right there.
Congrats. I'd say, let's see, who would be runner-up assister of the week or whatever we call it, playmaker. Let's see, probably Sean. Sean had 7. He was the only other person close to you, but
yeah, he was there.
You did it in less games, but you definitely got it this week. Brick wall of the week. We give it to Josh. Even though he lost, he still had 22 saves.
That's ridiculous, bro. But that's kind of the role he's playing, though. I mean, he's got C-Lub, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he had over almost 4.5 saves per game. So that was impressive.
That's nuts, though.
I mean, it makes sense because honestly, normally the guy who wins Brick Wall of the Week, not all the time, but it seems like more than any other award, it's usually the team that loses because they're just getting pummeled with shots. Yeah. But hey, it's still an award, Josh. So congrats, my friend. Sharpshooter, most accurate shooter since since Geyser was runner-up for the goals, I gave him this one. He shot a 62.5% clip, which is actually ridiculous.
Wow.
That's crazy, yeah.
He was basically 2 out of 3 shots were going in, basically. technically the runner-up would have been Forrest, because Forrest actually had a better shot percentage. He had 63%, but he only scored 7 times, whereas
Yeah.
Geyser scored 15. So I mean, he was
Kept that clip up.
yeah,
for
he kept it up exactly. That's why I gave it to him. So congrats, Geyser, on that. And then I'll just kind of run through these 3 quick because we already talked about the matchups. But the dominant win of the week, I gave the Team Wake. The runner-up would have been Ape Together Strong, but I gave it to Team Wake because they scored way more goals than we did in our match. They just
We played a better team though too. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
totally. I get
That's
what
fair,
you're
that's
saying
fair.
with them. They definitely
better
destroyed
stats.
they
Yeah.
destroyed the team they played more, aka my son.
And then but yeah. Yeah, poor Eli. All right. Surprising win of the week, aka upset of the week. Obviously, we talked about Bean Loafs.
Yeah.
They had the lowest MMR cap of anybody, and for them to go out there and beat honestly a team that everyone expects to be good, it was very impressive. So
Easily, yeah.
good job on getting the
Easily
job
deserved
done,
that.
boys.
Yep.
And then the best series of the week or match of the week, I just gave it to Team Oreo and Team Revival because they're really, and I'm not saying this in a way of there's not much to pick from, but it really was. There was no Game 7s. Every other series was either a 4-0 or a 4-1, and then Bean Loafs was the only other 4-2 game, so I gave them the surprise of the week, and then Revival and Team Oreo. I mean, it was actually a decent match.
And,
Yeah.
and honestly, like for our pre-rankings, we had Team Oreo losing. They won, so like that's a good series
It
for
was
sure.
good. And AJ,
Yeah.
I mean, AJ was playing really solid. I feel like he was playing good.
AJ is being AJ.
Best
Yeah.
player in the league versus reigning champ team with technically an upgrade. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good series. I think
Med-
I think going forward we're gonna have a lot better series. I think
100%.
week one's a little scuff, but
Yeah, I mean, it always is. I mean, I feel like season 1 there was no game. There wasn't even a game 6 in season 1. Like it was bad.
I mean, last season we played you in the season opener.
and we lost 4-1,
Me and
right?
Dylan, and we dunked on you, and then you guys were like a really solid playoff team the rest of this. You know, it's just
Yeah.
it's weird starting off the first couple weeks,
Yep.
especially with new teams, new chemistries.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the stats. If anyone else, I mean, there's a ton of stats you guys can go through, but since we're gonna get rolling, if anyone wants to see the stats, they're in the spreadsheet. And now what? We got plays of the week.
So yeah, plays of the week I
What-
didn't have time to do, so we're just gonna have to do that next. Honestly,
that
the
next
next
week.
one
Yeah,
next
yeah.
week. But I
Fair
will know
enough.
to do that. That was something we added. So you guys actually, I suggest anyone watching the stream right now, if you guys had a clip that you would like to see on the podcast for next week's
Send it.
prediction, yeah, send it in the clips showcase channel. I will use any clips there. If there's only 3 clips and they all suck, I'm gonna use them. I'm not going back in streams because that's gonna take a while. No offense, but like.
And honestly, and if you guys like, I know some people put clips in there just to put clips in there. If it's from the match, make sure you at like one of
Jaden,
us.
or-
Can-
yeah,
yeah.
us four. One of us
Yeah.
four.
So then we know like that's what it was for, because we're not gonna
Exactly.
put like some random clip of your ranked game. But
Right. Exactly.
if it's specifically from a match and you guys want to post it, just make sure you add us so we know.
Yes, sir. All right, cool. So now we got the team captain question and answer. So we were able to actually Forrest, he's not here, but he was able to ask each and every team captain a question and an answer. So the question was, and you guys can pull it up, it's in the BackPost podcast channel. So the question that Forrest asked every team captain was, how do you feel about your team's week 1 performance? One thing you want to say about your matchup next week. And then he just asked every team captain that, so we could go straight into the first one. So Eli said his his match was a 0 out of 10 performance. He didn't say anything else except for it ain't gonna be the same thing next week. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, Dylan, I know you got something to say about that.
Always got an excuse.
Eli's in line for biggest yapper award.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, he do yap a lot, but so Eli doesn't have much to say
bad.
about that. So the next, Josh wasn't able to respond, so we got Caleb, his teammate. He says, honestly, not good. I love the guys on Lunar, but I know from the way we played, we could have done it much better instead of trolling a bunch of leads we had. So in other words, it could have been 4-1 maybe, but it wouldn't be close reflected by the scoring difference. So I guess he's just saying that he could have done better and they were trolling. And it's
Yeah,
week one.
I mean, you guys are a solid team, and they definitely kept it close, but
yeah.
they were also super sloppy. You could just see it. So.
Yeah, there's just such a lack of chemistry. And when you're, I'd say, Josh, when you're an SSL player used to playing with higher, like I'd say GC2 plus level players, and then you playing with a low GC, not even GC1 actually, he's high C3 technically. It's just a different type of game. So he just has to adjust to that. So I think, honestly, I think they're gonna be a solid team. I think they're definitely gonna make playoffs. I don't think they're gonna miss playoffs. They just got to figure out how they want to play and if they want to change their roster, like start Shooty. So we'll have to see what happens. But
What the?
that's what Caleb had to say. And then next team captain, so Wolf, he said solid highs and horrible lows. I 100% agree with that. He said let too many goals in when we lost and going to keep improving our rotations and boost management. Good that he knows what they were doing wrong, because their boost management that series was terrible. It was so bad.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Their what was terrible?
their boost management.
I didn't really watch that.
Yeah, I did. It was so bad, bro. It was like every time Glacial was back by himself,
And it
was on
worked.
zero.
It worked that first. They were taking a bunch of boosts. I was noticing that first game when they killed them, and then it just started working against them.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Yeah, they know
Alright.
what they need to do. I think they'll be a solid team.
Yep. And then not a lot of people said anything about next week's matchup, except for Wolf did. So Wolf said he's looking forward to it. He's ready to play Ape. He's ready to play Ape. So he said two teams who have been playing together for years should be fun. And then yeah, that's good. And that transitions perfectly into the next team captain program. All he said was free, apparently.
Wolf's so humble, and then you got program.
Literally just said free. A lot of these team captains just put one answer or like one. Okay, for Dylan, one word. Free.
Free.
Dylan's the kid where somebody's like, "Good luck, have fun." He's like, "Eat something."
Something.
Eat male genitalia.
What's something, Shell?
Don't you worry.
Oh, okay. And then next team captain, Rich. And then he's not, well, actually no, he's not the team captain. Sean is, but he answered for Sean. Same thing with Caleb. So he said he'll be straight. That was bad. I was bad. We missed a lot of shots. I'm not gonna try and put the whole game on my Xbox though, because I was on a laptop for 5 out of 6 games, but was uncomfortable. Me and Sean don't take this game as serious anymore, but Kanye played great and surprised us as they deserved the win, but we easily could have done better. So he says for next week, it's not going to be an easy matchup. Who do they play real quick? Okay, so they play Wake. So it's not going to be an easy matchup, especially with his broken Xbox, but maybe it won't be as hard if I'm not playing on my Xbox. Stay tuned. So
Oh, got a PC. League.
Yeah.
definitely
Bro got a PC.
Bro definitely getting a PC.
Bro got a PC. League. You heard it here first.
Dang.
Yeah.
Rich is the number one man when it comes to Rich.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see Rich on the PC.
Rich is the number one hype man when it comes to himself.
No
But,
word.
like,
Rich is literally listening to this too. So I'm waiting for his chat to come up.
he's like, "Stay tuned." It's like,
Like, bro, just
yeah.
say you getting a
Rich,
PC.
Don't glaze himself.
Rich, you are not the main character, bro.
Blood is
I mean,
definitely the
I guess
biggest
he is.
self-blazer.
He's reigning champ, but
That's
Alright,
true.
bro.
He is the main character because he won.
Yeah.
You know what? It's Rich's turn.
All
My
right, bro.
turn.
All right, bro.
My
Rich is like,
turn.
"Now you'll see me in my final form."
Yeah, dude.
Yo,
Rich is definitely
PC
gonna say
Rich.
something in the chat. I guarantee you.
PC Rich. Dude, watch him change his name. He's gonna be like God or something instead of Rich. Like he's just gonna change it.
Rich's hair is turning yellow and standing up
Rich,
straight.
Rich,
Like,
but on PC, he's gonna. Yeah, whatever. So we're gonna see.
Nah.
Rich on PC.
what's his name gonna be?
Rich sub
What's your
booty.
guys- Yeah, Rich Subbooty. You think so?
I think so. All right.
That's
I
so
mean, it's
funny
not.
that he
It's
got
not
banned for that.
wrong.
Anywho, on to Goggin.
Yep, next.
Geigen said, I feel like we should have done better, especially me, but we're still figuring out our style and chemistry, so we'll see how it forms in the coming weeks. Okay, bro said, who do we play? Did he just not want to just check the spreadsheet? Okay. They play Team Oreo, so that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be very interesting. So Geigen Yeah, Geiger and Jordan definitely need to fix something. I'm glad he mentioned that. But playing, what's the dude's name? His name is Ethan. I don't know his Discord. I forgot his Discord. But playing Ethan or whatever his second is gonna be, I don't know. That's gonna be a weird series.
It's a good opportunity for Tojo to bounce back and get back on track with a team that we don't even know who their second is at this point.
Exactly. Yeah. For now, he's still got Kanye, so that's gonna be interesting. I don't know. All right, yeah. So then, okay. Wait, I'm confused. Wait, I just sold.
Oh nah.
Caleb was that was for Oblivion. Oops.
What'd you do?
Caleb wasn't talking about Caleb. He was talking about Oblivion. Yeah. So that was Caleb from Oblivion, not Caleb. I got that mixed up. But he typed. Okay, yeah, whatever. So
the way you checked it out,
you were about to say like the stream was down or something.
No.
We've been talking all this time for nothing.
I would literally.
I wouldn't even play.
Yeah. Later.
So okay, sorry. Let me go back to Caleb's response. So I misread that. So he said, honestly, not good. I love the guys on Lunar, but I know from the way we played, we could have been much better instead of trolling a bunch of leads we had. So in other words, it could have been 4-1. But it wouldn't be closely reflected by the scoring difference. Okay, now that makes more sense because his wording was a little weird, and I was like, wait, what? So he was talking about so that was Caleb J. So I mean, we did troll. I'm not gonna lie, we did troll that second game. We easily should have won that, but we were going for clips, which I don't know why. This cost us the game, but it's not a huge deal. But anyways, next was Josh. This is actually from Lunar. No, I am. It was okay. I wasn't playing at my best. I don't even know who I'm playing, but we'll give it our best shot. That's what Josh says. So, and they play Eclipse. That's gonna be a close series. I think that might go to 7. Okay, we gonna have to see. I don't know. All right.
I gotta go pee real quick, boys.
All right.
If Zev and Alec lose first 2 weeks, that is.
Alec's gonna crash out. I'm not gonna lie. He's gonna like. I don't know.
Well, it's like, and I'm not even saying this because I think Geyser and Alec weren't that good, but Geyser and Alec have always been a strong duo the last few seasons. Yeah. To me, and I don't know. Obviously, we have to see as the season goes on if Zev and Alec is better than Geyser and Alec, but it's like Zev plays like really good, and I'm like shocked that they still lost against Beanloafs. I know they're saying like they just move on next, they just let them have it, whatever. But it's like, if you start the season 0-2, and I'm not saying Josh and Celeb is quote-unquote a bad team, but it's like, you guys beat them 4-1. So
right, they got beat 4-1.
Like, they have to win. They have to win this week.
Yeah, and if not win, at least bring it to 7. Make it close. If they lose in like 6 or lower, they might be cooked. And I feel like Zev, if it's not Zev's fault, I feel like he should try starting someone else or picking up someone because he can. Well, actually, no.
They're a good team, though.
Yeah,
they're good.
They're good. Like think about it is
I don't
like
get it.
They were positioning themselves fine, but they were just going for stuff weird. I feel like they were not playing confident. They were playing scared. I feel like that's what it was. Zev had a lot, or not Zev. Alec had a lot of free possessions that he would just bang away, which is not what you want to do into. So, yeah.
Alec definitely is playing scared.
My goodness, it took you that quick?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, wash his hands.
Bro, that's crazy.
Probably not.
Probably. But yeah, so hopefully Alec locks in for this week, assuming it won't be his Zev's fault. But yeah, all right. Next team captain, Geyser. He says he's proud of his performance as a team against Fancy Otters, and we're only gonna get better from here. I do remember him saying in that interview, the post-game interview, he said that he feel like he didn't perform as good as he could have, which, I mean, obviously you can't play perfect Rocket League, but he was doing everything that he needed to do. He literally was letting Isaiah or a Creative Striker play first man and go for everything. He was being a perfect support. So I don't understand why he said that, but I'm guessing he's
that tells me that Eli's team's very bad if he thinks he can play better than that.
Yeah, but he didn't say anything like that in forced questions and answers. So I'm guessing he's just contradicting himself. I would if I were him, because they literally played fine. So, all right. And then Carter. So Forrest is answering for Carter. So this is probably going to be biased. So he said, we cooked, but we're going to keep cooked as in good, but we're going to keep getting better. We aren't gonna underestimate Beanlos, but we want to sleep. So they want to sweep them. And I don't think I definitely don't see a sweep, but I think they should win that series.
Go 4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
I'll say 4-2.
Keep Beanlos winning though.
Actually,
If Beanlos win that, bro, they'll be a top 3 team, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
That is wild for them to win. I mean, both of them are lower. Obviously, 2 players that are lower MMR, like closer to MMR, are better. Like, what's the way to put this? For example, 2 1600s aren't better than the skill level of like an 1800, but the fact that AO and what the heck is his teammate's name?
Venjero.
Yeah. So like week 1, Zev is better than both of them. This week, Garter's better than both of them. But if Beanloafs can go out there and win like 4-2 again or something, that would be insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that would
That'd
also
be
come
crazy.
to show how beatable every team is too. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like every team can maybe, and no offense to Genesis, but I'm just sorry, I don't have any hope for them. Maybe with the exception of Genesis, any team could beat any team in this league, in my opinion. And it all just depends on the day. So yeah, like you said, if that happens again, that's gonna be interesting. They're definitely gonna go up in power rankings, even though everyone had them last. That would be, honestly, I kind of want them to win now. Now that we're saying that.
Even if they make it close and Banana Pancakes pull it off, like I think that it'll be a statement win where people are gonna realize like these guys aren't just like freelo. Like,
Yeah.
they got good chemistry, they got good skill, especially AO. I mean, AO I think is in contention for improved player just because people don't see him play that much, and he's like super solid.
That dude is a great.
He was
He's a
not-
fundamental player.
He was
That's
not
a
making-
fundamental
He was
player.
not making a lot of mistakes. He was where he needed to be. He scored at the right time. He defended at the right time. And if his teammate continues to get better, like I don't know, I could see them pulling some upsets. Like if you asked me a week ago, would they beat Banana Pancakes? I'd be like, no, 4-0. But now I'm like, well, they could.
And they
beat
got
them,
chem too. They got a lot of chem.
Yeah,
They play a lot.
Yeah.
should be fun. I'm looking forward to that match. I'll actually watch that one.
100%. Yeah. Hopefully I can cast that one. I want to cast that one. So, all right. And then Adam now responding for, I guess, same matchup. So he says, that's AO. He says, me and my teammate, think we both played decent. We had a lot of fun for our first match, which I think was going to be a consistent feeling throughout the season. So he did mention to me that he would only play, like he's only playing just to have fun. Like he's not even trying to he's not a super competitive player at all. Like he's just playing for fun. But he was good enough. But for our next week matchup, I want to say go easy on us. He knows Carter is an insane player who has really good game sense. So he's telling them to try not to embarrass them as much. So we'll have to see. I guess it's a decent mindset. I know he's got a good mental going into every series. So yeah, good on him. And then we don't have any answers for Oreo because AJ is no longer here, and we're still getting things set up for Ethan as a team captain. So he hasn't obviously looked at anything yet. And then the last team captain is Zev, and he says booty buns, but it don't matter. Lock in blood, and then they suck boo boo. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's expected.
A very mature and well thought out answer.
Yeah, I wonder why he got taken off the commish team. I don't know. It's kind of wonder. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, so that's everyone's questions answers. I'm surprised by a lot of the responses. I'm not gonna lie. I will say I thought people were gonna be more confident. Like people like Josh, people like, I guess Zev was kind of confident. He don't really care though. But yeah, that's it for the team captain questions and answers. So now we got power rankings for next week. Yeah,
I will say, because DCXD did the power rankings, I thought his power rankings were actually pretty solid.
Okay. So
I agree.
do we just want to go off of his then?
Yeah, I'll just
with that.
All right.
Preseason
let me
ones
show
or
it
for
on the
next week?
screen.
No, DCXD posted 2 days ago, week 1 power rankings. He has Ape Together Strong, number
That's
1.
why you like it.
Of course I do. Dang right. But I mean, he has I like his explanations and everything. Cause like
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
for sure.
I personally don't like when guys will like they'll put the power rankings and they have like a whole paragraph. It's like just do one sentence because that's all it is. It's like keep it simple. I mean, do I want to just read off of this, or do you? Because
Yeah, we could
I
just do
bet
that.
everyone, honestly, everyone's probably seen it by now.
Yeah, everybody's seen it. Let's just what would you change if anything?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I think I'd move Eclipse up. Yes, they lost, but
I agree. They're not that bad.
that doesn't take you from a top 3 to a bottom 3.
I would swap Eclipse with Revival, in my opinion.
Revival.
I would say
Maybe.
Lunar, but I feel like I don't think Lunar is as inconsistent of a team as Revival is right now. No offense.
Honestly, to be fair, I would just take Team Oreo out because it's like we don't know.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I'd
Yeah.
put them under. I'd put them under Eclipse. My bottom 3 would probably be Oreo, Genesis, and Fancy right now, just because we don't know what Oreo's made of anymore.
Yeah, whole new team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
Yeah,
I mean, AJ's gonna be better than Ellerant or whatever you say his name.
I think apart from Eclipse, it's almost a perfect power
Yeah.
ranking.
'Cause I mean, you could get nitpicky and say, "Oh, is Oblivion better than Banana Mancakes?" But it's like,
Yeah, it's,
3, 4. It's close enough. Who cares?
Yeah.
I think Beanloaf's at 5 is actually solid because
That's good.
they're not. Yeah, like the fact that
it's
they
the end of
surprised.
the winners. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
No, yeah, I think they're pretty solid.
Tojo got. Yeah.
I think Tojo's in a good spot because I don't think they're a bottom 3 team. I think they can definitely be better.
I think I would. Okay, if anything, then if we're taking Oreo out of the conversation, I would just swap Revival with Tojo, have the bottom 4 be Revival, Eclipse, or a Revival. Actually, no. If we're not doing. Okay, so then I would
It
put.
should be Revival, Tojo, Revival, Genesis, Otters.
Yeah.
For the last 4.
Yeah, and then Eclipse I would put right over Revival. So then I would have Eclipse at
And then
Eclipse at 7, and then Team Oreo obviously just ignore that, and then Lunar would be
Lunar
6, and then Team Revival right under there, then everything else, Tojo, Genesis. And
So if
Fan.
you have Team Lunar 6 and Eclipse 7, you think Team Lunar would be Eclipse? That's how I like try to view it. Like you look at the teams. If you have a team over them,
we're
that
gonna
means
find out this week.
that's true. They do play. So
Honestly, yeah, I don't know who's gonna win that series. I'm not sure. I
Which
don't have
one?
the answer. Eclipse versus
Eclipse versus Lunar.
Yeah, I think Lunar and Eclipse could go each way. The big thing being is Lunar lost to a top 3 team, and Eclipse lost to what everybody thought was a bottom 3 team.
Yeah.
If you're just going off like week 1, but yeah, I think they're pretty comparable.
I agree.
You could switch those. Same thing with like Oblivion and Mancakes. You could switch it, but like Oblivion had a better quote unquote win from our preseason rankings over Lunar than Mancakes over Genesis, which people thought was going to be kind of a bottom team. So I think he did it pretty good.
That's true. Yeah, he props to Aiden. Good power ranks for him. So I mean, actually, that's good because we kind of have talked about the next week matchups a little bit. So now we can just get straight into who we think is gonna win each series next week, or I guess now it will be this week. So week 2 predictions. Let me pull the spreadsheet back up.
Let's get an actual. Jaden, well, you actually should write this down.
I have a backup.
Prediction.
I have a backup spreadsheet, so I'm just gonna put the scores in there.
Yeah, let's say. 'Cause I do like to see our predictions exactly. And then
Yeah, I'll send it to you guys. Or,
Fair. Alright.
For the thing. So, all right. So here we go. So week 1. If you guys are looking at the spreadsheet, you guys can see matchups too. So the Beanloafs versus Banana Mancakes. Who do we think is gonna win this game?
BMC 4-0.
Seriously?
Yep.
I say 4-1 BMC. I think
I'm gonna go 4. I want to say 3, but I'll go 4-2.
4-2 BMC. So I'm gutonna say 4-2. So would we?
So then I would just
in the middle.
I would either meet at 4-1 or 4-2.
Okay.
Either one.
I'll put them at 4-1 then, just for more of a drastic difference. To see if it's wrong or right. So we'll see. Okay, 4-1 BMC. I'm not mad at that. I definitely see BMC winning this. I don't know. Beanloafs could pull an upset though. That's the thing. But yeah.
Yeah, no, like
Beanloafs will have my ultimate respect if they pull a win off this week.
100%,
100%.
That's facts.
For sure.
All right, Eclipse versus Lunar. Who do we think? I'm gonna say Lunar in 7.
That's tough. That might be the game of the week.
Yeah, I think it will. I'm gonna say Lunar in 7 though. What do you guys think?
Let's see,
Lunar
Josh.
or Eclipse? I'm saying
First,
Eclipse in 7.
I'm saying 7, but oh, man, Josh and Celeb or 7. I'll say Eclipse in 7 too.
All right.
I am going to say Lunar because I'm on the team, but I would like to see my team scrim a little bit more, or like I just don't know if my guys are playing. You know.
Yeah.
So it's all like I said earlier. It's all about how serious you take it. But
That's
obviously,
actually
anytime
why I'm
Josh
picking them.
yeah, anytime Josh is out there, like Lunar can win, but they have some stuff to clean up, and if they do, then yeah, definitely Lunar. So.
Okay. So, where should we go in the middle then? Like,
Man, that's tough. Yeah, because you guys both said Lunar. We said Eclipse. That is tough.
how many games should he for Lunar?
I said 7. Put it on Eclipse because I'm biased.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fair.
We'll give it to them.
But that's honestly why I'm picking Eclipse, because Zev and Alex, they scrim a lot. They
Yeah,
play.
they do.
They've been playing.
I mean, they
So
ask for
like-
scrims every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I feel like they're playing harder, so they
I've
should
only
probably
seen
win
Josh
that.
and Cube scrim once. Like, I've only seen them.
I don't. Yeah, I don't really know how often they play together, but like I've gotten no like messages, so I just don't know if they're playing a lot. Hopefully they are.
Hopefully, yep. I want to see a good series, so hopefully they play a lot so that we can get it close.
All right. Next match, APR Strong Genesis 4-0. Sweet.
4-0.
4-1.
Bro,
You guys need to take one loss. To
Nope. I'm going
one
40.
not
your,
doing it.
your
Dylan?
egos.
What do you think?
Actually, no, wait.
Oh.
Dylan and I already had a conversation about this.
Oh shoot. Okay.
no,
okay.
no, stop.
Nah,
stop,
no,
stop.
don't stop. Come on. I want to hear this.
Dylan was so confident that he would 4-0 him. I said, if you lose one game, you have to forfeit, and he agreed. So I am going 4-3 Genesis. It's gonna be 3-0. Dylan's gonna be up, and they're gonna
Dylan,
lose
as
the
a
last
commissioner,
game. Game
Dylan,
4.
as a commissioner, you have to forfeit if you lose a game. I'm dead serious.
No.
I'm dead serious.
Yeah, right, bro. Nah,
Bro,
that's why we say 4-0.
that's a
4-0.
crazy
That's
take.
my prediction.
All right, I'll
I
just
ain't
meet in the middle at
ain't losing.
4-1 then, because that's what everyone. Shooty said 7. Everyone else said 4-0, so 4-1. All right.
Oblivion, Fancy Otters, Oblivion. You guys win in
I
5
think
or
that
6.
could be a 4-0.
I'm winning in
I'll say
6.
5.
I'm winning in 6.
Yeah, I'd say 4-2. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, without Jay answering, and not to hurt feelings, who do we think's better, Jay or Eli?
Jaden.
Yeah. That's what I
Jaden.
I think it's a 4-0. Like, you guys played pretty dang good last
The only
year.
reason
Yeah.
I'm not saying 4-0 is because I don't want to be biased. I'm just gonna say 4-2. That's like the medium. I'm not saying nothing else.
I think you guys win in 5, to be honest, actually.
All
5
right.
is my guess.
So let's.
Yeah,
I'll put
5.
4-1 then.
Yep.
Well,
Alright.
what? Wait, so, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like for us. All right. Tojo versus Oreo. I guess we can rank them.
Jojo.
Okay, so I'll say this. Let's just go based off of the roster right now, because I know he's gonna pick up a GC1. There's no way he's gonna stay with Kanye. But if he does, let's just say he does, or let's say, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say this. Let's say he picks up Charles, because that's the highest player he can fit. That's a free agent. So Chuki and Eleverant. I haven't seen Eleverant play. I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna expect 1800 level, high GC3 level play from him, because obviously if he hasn't been playing the game as much, which I haven't. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard of him, so I'm just gonna.
I'd say
expect-
Tojo.
I've had
Here's the
him
thing.
added for years.
I looked
say-
at his tracker, and his tracker is like consistent, like mid 16s, and then it shoots up to 19, and then it shot back down again. So like, I'm thinking he's like, depending on the amount he plays, I think we can expect like a 1700 player over like a 1900 player. I could be totally
I
wrong,
agree with
but
you. I agree.
I'd,
with you.
I'd have to see him prove it first. So I'm gonna
I'd
go
say-
for 2 Tojo.
I agree. 4-2
Going
Tojo.
4-0 Tojo.
4-0. That's crazy.
What do you say, Jane?
I'm saying 4-3 Tojo.
Let's put 4-2 then. Let's do
Yeah.
4-2.
Yeah,
The only reason I'm saying 4-3 because I want it to be 4-2. I feel like 4-2 is reasonable. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and then last matchup of the week, and then I'll conclude our the podcast for today. Wake versus Revival. I'm gonna say 4-1 Wake. I see Wake Revival taking one game, but
I agree. Yeah, 4-1.
I don't know. I don't want to go 4-0 again, bro.
They could sweep. They really could sweep.
It honestly depends on what Rich we're getting. Like if we're getting like
and what Isaiah
last
we're
season, yeah. Well, yeah. Isaiah's playing a lot more, so.
I don't know. Isaiah looked good though. He looked good in the first week. He looked really
I
good.
didn't
Here's the
watch
thing.
it, to be honest.
Revival, it can be the most cancerous team in the league. It's just a matter of if they play that way, and like it's hard to play that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4-2.
All right. And then Dylan, what would you say yours?
Going 4-0.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna say 4-0.
yeah,
I'm gonna say 4-0.
I'll go 4-1. Yeah, I'll go.
Just do 4-1.
4-1 it is.
If it were later in the season, I think it'd be different. But right now, especially after that first week, Wake should blow them out.
All right. Well, that is the predictions for. And let me screenshot this so I can post this in the match.
Any
predictions.
closing remarks? Anybody?
Although I will say, I'm looking on my activity here, and Geyser #1 Beanloaf's plan has played 18 hours on Marvel Rivals, or Marvel Rivals. So there's a chance that everybody's cooked in that match just because Geyser's starting to main a new game. But I'm just trying to stir up drama.
Honestly, yeah, they have not been playing Rocket League, bro. They've been playing that game.
So, all right, there we go.
See y'all next week.
We will see y'all next week. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully these predictions are right. We'll post them in the Discord. Everything else is on the spreadsheet. So, yep, you guys can feel free to look at that. And thanks everyone for watching the stream, and we'll see y'all next week.